Hi. It's been about 2 months since the last video about this project, and I'm glad to announce that it's completely finished. eBog had the part in stock. I got the email, bought it straight away, assembled it that day, and I was able to get the measurements perfect with the beaver tail. And I'm glad to announce that the Halo 3 Magnum kit for Airsoft G17 replicas is completely finished. This thing is magnificent. It looks amazing. The silhouette just it's awe-inspiring. It's amazing. And right now it is up on Culture 3D. There will be a link of that in the description of the video, and the latter portion of this video will be sort of a assembly guide on how to put it together, because there are some things that you need to be aware of when you put it together yourself. So let's go straight to that now.
Welcome to the assembly portion of the video. Before you start, make sure that you have on hand a lighter, a drill with a 3mm bit, and the appropriate sized bolts and nuts for the assembly. First thing we'll install is the beaver tail. For the beaver tail, you will need a pin that is 30.7mm long and 3mm thick. If it's a bit too big for the hole for the hammer pin assembly, just sand it down a bit. That's what I did with this brass one. I will replace this with a more sturdier material, but for now, it'll be a brass one. To install it, just slide it into place like so, and push the pin into the hole. Once you feel it has gone halfway in, or just a tiny bit in, like so, give it a bit of encouragement by just tapping it a bit more. Be sure to hold the back of the beaver tail like so, and just tap the pin further in. Once it looks like it is evenly on each side, that is the beaver tail installed. Next will be the trigger guard holder. This requires a 8mm countersunk bolt and a nut. For this, take the magazine out and put that aside. Take the trigger guard holder into place and insert the bolt into place. By putting the nut on the side here, you can just slide it into place, and then once you feel it has made contact, screw it all the way. Try not to over tighten it, we're not here to break the plastic. And done. Next is the slide. For this, you will need a lighter, a 35mm bolt, and the 60mm bolt that holds it into place. You'll notice that the hole for the bolt is a bit smaller than the bolt itself. What you will do is you will take the 35mm bolt and push it all the way through and attach a nut to the top. Then you will heat the nut up until it's hot enough to melt the plastic. Then retract the bolt through until it melts the plastic and sort of locks the nut into place. Once it is cooled down, you'll take the slide and you will slide it back like so, and just put the slide back on like that. Then, pushing it back and holding it tightly, you take your 60mm bolt and you run it through the hole until it touches the bolt, or touches the nut. Then, screw it as much as you can until it's nice and tight. When it's nice and tight, it is attached, like so. Next is the trigger guard and the front of the Magnum. What you want to do is you take the trigger guard and you lock it into place via the dovetail. Now it's in place. And then you want to slide it on like so until it can't go on anymore. Next, you take your 3D printed pin and push it through the hole, making sure it lines up with the surface, and press it until it's flush. Now the front of the barrel is locked in place. Next, you want to take your drill with 3mm bit and drill a hole through the trigger guard and hold the trigger guard holders in place until you get all the way through. Be careful not to hit your own fingers, go at a low speed. Once that is done, you want to take your 35mm in length bolt and just push it through the hole. Make sure it sticks out a bit like that. Then take your nut and just push it into the hole that the nut can sit in. And screw that into place like so. And there you are. The Halo Magnum. So go wild. I can't wait to see gameplay of people using this. I'll be using this the next time I go Airsoft, and it's going to be really fun. Thanks for watching, and